Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Trackmania, track of the date here. Track of the date here. Yesterday we did get the gold. We were top 14 in BC, which is a little bit not where we want to be, but that's okay. Top 151 in the egg carton. I'll be honest with you, it was a tough track yesterday. Today we got Outlandish version 2.0. Let's see what the Discord says about today's track. Just give it a moment. I'm grinding this. It's fun. It's pretty fun. 7 out of 10 feels good. All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of messages, but you kind of get the idea. So there is a... Thank you, by the way. People have told me what the stopwatch indicator is. Okay, I thought maybe there was GPS on this one. And how to find it. Okay, that was a little spooky. So I appreciate it. I won't turn it on right away, but if we run into the problem that we always run into of having too many ghosts on the screen, then perhaps we will. You know, this is just a leisurely Sunday drive right now on a Thursday or a Friday morning if you're watching this. Uh-oh. Okay, that one will restart. All right, so you got to maintain speed through the loop. Now this, you want to drive... Thank you for this tip, by the way, that came from the comments. If you drive diagonally over the slope instead of, you know, on a straight on till morning sort of vector, then you will have less of a chance to bounce and will maintain more speed, which is very useful. Now, obviously, that was not particularly good. You got to remember, it's a little touchy. Driving on dirt, you know, we've been driving on ice a lot lately. Concrete is kind of like, you know, we get it. Dirt is kind of like, you know, we got some work to do to figure out where we want to be on a dirt-based trajectory. Like that, we definitely should have slid a little bit. Definitely should have slid or at least handled the turn a little bit better. So you go a little bit like this. Take it around. We're just looking for a clean lap for the time being. So here, if you can come over the top and then, cut it down! All right, it's a little too early to be that upset. A little too early to be that upset. Go low to high. Way too much bounce on that, but we'll work that out. That's something we can leave on the back burner for now. Now that's going to be totally fine. We're going to hit this, and then remember, you got a big corner coming up where you don't want to spend too much time. Or, oh, I slowed down. The bus that couldn't slow down. Oh, full traction. How about that? Not a good corner. But still hanging in here. Ooh, I like this. It's got a great sense. I feel like I'm on a Vista right now, and I ain't talking about a Windows. Not a good corner, but again, now we know for the future. Oh, no. Just make it. Just get across, take your bronze, and then you can at least look at your own ghost to see where you want to go in the future. We'll chalk that up to a little bit of luck there. Oh, no. That's so good. So we did a little King the Ka there. King the Ka is a reference to a roller coaster at Six Flags Cedar Point that has a straight up jump in it. Great start, great start. You know what? Just keep it moving. Again, having never completed the track, at least having the confidence to get through the track one time, something that definitely appeals to me. It was a much better pass there. Also did not slow down there, which is nice. And then you know here, you know what's coming. So what's coming here? You just chill out. That corner, completely fine. I think the cut actually might have been for the best. I can tell we're catching up, because I can actually see the tracks of my old self. Honestly, that seemed a little bit better. Kept the wheel straighter than last time and then flipped it over the way you're not supposed to. But that's fine. That's fine. We're learning a lot. I can tell, like, we're going to be in the mix on today's track. This track appeals to my senses and my sensibilities. Then just make sure you got this one. There you go, right where you want it. This is totally fine. Slowed down a little more than I would have liked there. Kept the wheels straight, though, and I think we got a little speed advantage here. Right? You shouldn't follow your old self in that one. You should just drive straight. I told you we had a speed advantage, and you didn't believe me. Totally fine. Totally fine. And totally fine. straight wheels, straight wheels. Okay, we're in the... Every freaking time. I don't know why they had the same energy as the start of Everybody Dance Now. Everybody dance now. Grunk, 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 grunk. Okay, that's way too far on the outside there, but still very much in competition. Remember, you don't need to adjust after this. Well, if you touch the planters, you will. This is, and you know, we're not exactly putting down an A+ performance early on here, but that's okay. It's not about where you start; it's about where you finish. Never be upset. You know, you're in a class in school or something like that. You're not the best day or you're not the best student in the class day one. Nobody cares. It's about who gets the highest mark on the final exam. Never forget that. Don't adjust. Good. Very contemporaneous with our speed here. We want to exit closer to the right side, I think. I don't know if that cut is going to be good. That's something we'll leave up to the ghosts of the future to figure out for us. Terrible. Absolutely horrible turn. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, why not put this in a checkpoint sort of base situation? It's time for my daily why don't I just restart from checkpoints excuse. Well, in this one, I'm like, restarting from a checkpoint seems very sensible if you don't know how to get past an obstacle or if it's hard to get past an obstacle. This is really just a situation where I'm being a big old dummy. It should not be too hard for us to, you know, take a turn without clipping a curb. So I won't allow myself the privilege of doing that. So this seems better. Now remember, you want to exit much further. Yeah, towards the right side of the track. This should be an easy finish then. 51.982. A gold medal. Already top 7 in BC. That's surprising to me. There was room for improvement there. I think there was obvious room for improvement there. Do I know where? I'm working on it, okay? In particular, I mean, okay, maybe you don't want the inside shot immediately there. But what, we're at 7.5 minutes, we've already gotten the gold. Yesterday, it took us until like an hour and 7 minutes to get the gold. So I'm feeling pretty good. It is, it's still relatively early in the day. I'm trying to think, I think it's just past noon. My whole day is shaken up in terms of timing, because we did check the wire on Thursday, which is, I think, when it's normally going to be from this point onwards. But we've been doing it on Mondays for a bit, and then secondarily, there's a Vancouver Canucks hockey game on, and it started at 11:30 a.m., which I probably don't need to tell you is atypical for a team that has a stadium within a stone's throw of the Pacific Ocean. To play at 11:30 a.m. PT is a little bit rare. Usually we're more of a 7:30, you know. Anyway. It's okay. It's just so you guys out in the East Coast can get a little feel for Elias Pettersson. I know you don't get too many opportunities to watch him throughout the year, unless you, of course, are a big Boston fan, in which case you watched us style on you 9-3 just before quarantine started. Either way, though. Yeah, but in 2011. Yeah, but in 1902? Oh. As long as we're bringing up ancient history. This one's going nowhere, I can tell you that right off the bat. 1.2 seconds behind, but we'll at least get a little bit more practice here. That was way slower than it should have been. If you keep the wheels straight, you might be able to make up a little time up here. Wheels, I don't know. I think we made up a slight amount of time. This is now that we're getting into it, this is a pretty easy track, and I'm a big fan of it right now. We were about a second behind. The only downside is that because it's an easy track, I actually feel like my PB is really good. So I think that beating our PB is going to be a little bit more difficult than usual. We'll see, though. I mean, even that, like, we're constantly, you know, trading. You know, we're getting ahead to be slower, to get past, to get ahead, to be slower. This one we're still competitive on. Still wonder hitting the soft sand there, I have to think that we're at an advantage over our previous self by not hitting the sand so hard. This one, I would say old self took the turn way better. But keep gunning it. You never know, I suppose. You never know. At the very least, we're getting a great degree of consistency. That's 2 clean laps in a row. So, I think if I made a mistake yesterday, and I made many mistakes yesterday, some of them were even on video in Trackmania, but if we made a mistake yesterday, I would say that honestly a big part of it was not turning ghosts on fast enough. You know, by the time we turned the ghosts on, it actually became a lot easier for us to figure out what we were doing wrong. But prior to adding the ghosts into the equation, we were floundering for a bit. And there were other problems, just to be clear. Let's get some Canadian opponents up here. Yeah, prior to that, we were just kind of floundering, right? Let's just see how people are taking this. Definitely, there's like at least a tenth or two that you can glean there. That's the best I've ever taken that. Man, the power of ghosts is just absurd. So we're hanging tough, staying hungry. We are going to get passed by ourselves, I guess because my wheels turned slightly, and then not hitting that boost flush is really bad. Seems like the cut is still debatable. Thing is, yes, it looks like the person in last was the only person who took the cut. But that being said, who knows if they're actually in last? They're just in last at that split. All right, we're going to be just a little behind. But we were in a good spot. We were doing okay for the time being there. I have seen people on the Discord today that have like scores in the 50 seconds. So clearly, it's plausible to get a little bit more time out of this. Not suggesting it's going to be easy, but possible. Okay, we're staying in the hunt here, very much so. These guys, I want to follow them. They're going to the right. Oh, a juicy cut. How about that? I didn't even think. Here I thought, you know, that little cut was too liberal. It turns out it was way too conservative. You can actually cut through 2 cacti instead. All right, so that combined with actually taking some corners properly, I think that could be a big difference maker for us. Oh, you clipped it. If we hadn't clipped it, we were in the clear there. All right, stay frosty. Stay frizzosty. That's how cool people say. Dude, cool people are constantly adding Z's in the middle of words. You want to get some Lizunch? You want to listen to some Jizzazz? I know what I said. Okay. Take a quick little deviation there. There you go. See, this is totally fine. Early on, we run with the bulls in Pamplona. What comes after that? Maybe swing by Madrid for some paella. Lost a little bit of speed there for sure, but then I think we're going to gain some because my old self jumped. I mean, it wasn't me, it was more the laws of physics, but you get the idea. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think you can cut that 2 different ways, or 3 different ways, actually. Left of the cactus, right of the cactus, and then, like, over the sand, but very far away from the cactus. I'll try whatever we can get our hands on here. I'm not going to be picky. Terrible vector on that. Okay, so we're talking ourselves through. 14 minutes in here. How are we getting a little bit better on this course? I think that step 1, you know, is divided into segments. And on this segment, that's no good. We want to stay high on the right side of the corner. And then turn in a little bit earlier. We carry a lot more speed down the downhill into the loop, which is nice. Maybe not the #1 complaint that we got right now, but still nice. And if possible, to do it without touching your brakes would be, oh, the chefs would be kissing. I mean, that was really good. Then we stay pretty high on this one. And then turn faster than I would have thought was necessary to turn. Okay. So what do we learn on this? On turn 1, you can actually play real on the inside and still carry enough speed to be in first or at least competitive. We're going to go high and then turn early. And now we're still in there. Okay, we're running with the bulls. This corner is always a little bit of a crapshoot for me. But as long as you're, you know, within a certain margin of error, I'm not sweating it too much. This might be a case for checkpoint restarts, but I got high hopes. I got high hopes for this one. Are we going to call this regression before progression? No, we're going to call it regression before progression. P-O-G. G-R-E-S-S-ation. I don't think that's what I said. I don't think that's what it... That's not how to spell it. Let's put it that way. All right, good consistency. Good consistency. We know what we're looking for in the early game. No bounce there. Heavy turn. Lost a little by going outside, but that's fine. Go up high here and then immediately tilt it down and get destroyed. That's fine. It feels weird to talk about regression before progression 15 minutes into the video. Like, this is like pre-first item room Isaac for me. Like, we're not going to talk about the run. We don't even know how the run is yet. The run has barely, you know, been instantiated in the code. The class has just been written. That was good speed. That was good speed. Okay, I think that was not the optimal cut, but was a decent cut. And I gotta be honest with you, 100% I've forgotten the back half of this track completely. I know you're not supposed to do that, though. After all that work to still fall behind, it's not surprising because we did make a mistake. And, well, several mistakes of varying severity. But still, it's like maybe the cut doesn't actually move the needle as much as I thought it would. Or maybe a better way to think about it is that it does move the needle, but it's not the needle we need to move right now, you know? Maybe we got to worry about the basics before we worry about the... we got to worry about the fundamentals before we worry about the quantum physics, you know what I mean? We're still in statics class right now. We don't really need to worry. Oh, how does Hawking radiation play into this? What's Andre Ampere's law? No, we don't need to worry about that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is advanced level 11th grade physics, and right now we're basically on, like, does water make things wet? Answer, forthcoming. Just take the long way. Or take the short way, by accident. Still seems fine. Still seems fine. Okay, this should be a new PB. All you gotta do is hold the throttle down. Took 2/10 off. Where do we move? Up one position in British Columbia? Go ahead. Give me my followers. I'm ready. I'm ready. Squeeb, 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 squeeb. Really? You have a 49-second time? I don't know what we did there, but it worked. Waited an extra second on that. It screwed me a little bit for sure. There's so much, like, flow on our crowd game here. I feel like I'm playing Days Gone. Okay, I just got twisted up there. I'll just admit it. You know what? This might be a good time, if you'll give me a moment here. Interface. Always display records. And then there should be a stopwatch somewhere. There is a stopwatch. Okay. Let's, Does this put you in? How about that? Is this working? No, it still seems like there's hundreds of people here. Unless I turned off the best people. I have no idea, dude. Hold on. You know what a good way to look at this is? Why don't you give me BC, right? And then respond me. This still seems like so many people. Hold on. What about play alone and then... Yeah, there we go. I think now we've got play alone, but we also have like the top 8 people in British Columbia or something. This seems more up my alley. Okay. It's not that I mean to disrespect you if your name's not in here. It's more that like we might as well shoot for the moon, and even if we miss, we'll land amongst the stars, you know? Come on. Like these are rookie mistakes to not keep your wheels straight on the launch. I understand. Some people are taking a mini cut, some people are taking a major cut. Does it make a difference? Almost certainly. We don't need to be replicating first place. And we sucked through that section, huh? I mean, we did it worse that time, but... I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, old me was really bad through checkpoint 1. Definitely tons of room for improvement. Like, that's good. And yeah, there you go. Don't adjust your tires in the air. Everything's totally fine here. Now take the baby cut. The baby cut that's your safe path. Very nice. That's not me. That's an Egg Carton member. And that is already a marked improvement. Oh my. Oh my god. 7/10 ahead. Didn't get the author medal, but really making look top 4 BC. That's about our metric for like having an amazing day in Trackmania. Wonder if you can do a little pre-turn in the air. Do you think that's how they're getting a little boost there? And this might seem controversial. I think I can still beat my... Okay, well, not that time. I was going to say, I still think I could beat my old self if we played our cards right. This is more like it, though. Like, that's a great line on that corner. That one's not going to work for you. You need to be a little higher on the wall. I think there's room for improvement here. Do I think there's another half second to get to that 50.5 that people were pleased about in the Discord? That might be a little ambitious, but I'll never say never, like Hannah Montana. Or is Justin Bieber never say never? I never remember. I feel like Hannah Montana was called like the best of both worlds or something. And Justin Bieber was never say never. I feel like we did clip the cactus, but yet somehow we still find ourselves competitive. Depending on your definition of competition. Like, that was a much better corner. I don't think we're going to catch up, but we can at least carry some confidence into the next game. Yeah, we improved a little bit towards the end there, but a half second is a little ambitious. There you go. Oh, baby. That's the good stuff. That's a clean line. Like a good day at the barber shop. That was a clean line. Now, I think we lost more than I would have liked to admit there. We're back in the muck. That's X-me, I think. Bro. Wonder what the author medal is today. I know I'm a broken record about these author medals, but like yesterday, we knew there was no chance. Once we suffered or struggled so hard to get the gold, The author medal was not in the cards for us. But today, I'm like, dude, I don't know. The author medal seems very much plausible. Based on my level of comfort on the track. I wonder if you can, like, slow down on that ramp to get a little bonus. I wouldn't dare try it sight unseen, but... Oh! I was hoping the little wheel rattling that we had on landing wouldn't hurt me. I think it twisted my default racing line just enough to cause some damage. But dude, I'm feeling good about today's. This is like a course that I feel reasonably confident on. I also like that it's a course that's a little on the longer side. This is no good. Maybe there's recovery in it for us. I like that it's a course that's a little bit on the longer side. Great work. Oh my god, we're so tight. That way, like, if you make a minor mistake, you're not completely screwed, you know what I mean? Some courses is like, if you take the first corner like a single iota incorrectly, you might as well just go home. This course is like, hey, you can slip and slide a little bit. Obviously, we don't want to bounce there. But I'm not hitting a bounce button. You know, you got to manipulate the physics to get you where you need to go. This is not great. We were not able to take that at full speed. I don't like it. That's SM Orc from Twitch emotes. Oh, you're a big Twitch emotes guy? Oh, you like Twitch? Name all of their emotes. All right, see ya. We got lost in the cracks. The couch cushions swallowed us whole again. Okay, so I'm learning a valuable lesson. Like, even this... Oh, my God. I think you want to institute your right turn a little bit later here. There you go. That's more like it. Who put that there? Who put that there? There you go. See, a little hop is not going to kill you. Might kill you relative to the lords of Trackmania, but relative to your previous self and the average driver is not going to crush you. What is going to crush you is clipping a wall. Like that, for example. I don't know. This, we might even still be in here. Like, I can't stress enough. My old PB is so bad through that section. But it really does get amazing right after that. So we gotta go for the cut here, I think. I think it's the only way. It's so demoralizing. Now that's what we're talking about. Didn't carry as much speed as the truly incredible drivers. But more speed than usual. Keep those wheels straightish. Totally fine. I think you take baby cut here. Bro, okay, you know what? We were running with the bulls in Pamplona. What did we learn? None of the people that were on our level there took the baby cut. So we don't take baby cut anymore. Now's the time. We're gonna take an adult-sized cut. And the start of this course is totally fine right now. Almost dipped a little there, but we're fine. So we want to follow these guys in. You could go to the left or the right of the cactus. Both of them seem applicable. I caution you, by the way, this is where things are going to get a little bit repetitive. But this is the spirit of Trackmania, and I think it's the spirit of a life lesson as well, you know? We can't guarantee we're going to get there on the first try. But what we do know is we're giving ourselves ample time, and we have some confidence in ourselves. And if we give ourselves ample time, we can't help but succeed eventually, just due to the law of large numbers. The problem is, you're like, why don't you just steer left or right to avoid the cactus if you look like you're on trajectory? Well, like in a perfect world, sure, that's actually probably what you should do. But the other thing is, the reason the shortcut works is because you're keeping your wheels straight. If you turn your wheels on dirt, you lose way too much speed to make that like a viable strategy. I'm not saying that hitting it is better. All I'm saying is that really, if you want to have a good chance at a green, an Irish Spring medal, then you're gonna need to nail it, not perfectly, but at least decently. It's all right. Again, I'm struck by how bad old me was at that. That's gonna kill us a little. Hello, old me. I tried to clear my own path. It's a hard turn. Like, it's not like your normal Trackmania turn. You are going straight up a 90-degree ramp, and then immediately... Oh, that's terrible. Then immediately being forced to dodge a cactus that's 6 inches tall. So, you know, we're talking about living in the margins here. But that's okay. As you've seen, if you've watched any Monster Train, I don't mind living in the margins, baby. The margin is not reality. You gotta have a look outside. That's Eiffel 65's Living in a Bubble, baby. Which I believe is actually just called Live in a Bubble. Or Living in a Bubble, maybe. Okay. We're in competition. That's probably old me up there, right? No, it's old me behind me. That's an egg carton member. Did I clip it? It's gonna be close. I think I'm a little faster. I think I'm a lot faster. Yo, that's huge! Let's go. Author medal secured with a huge run. Alrighty. I mean, 50.5, that's right where we thought we would be. There's still room for improvement on this level. Man, we haven't had an author medal in a while, right? Since ice level. We're only, I was gonna say only, but actually that's pretty good. 32 minutes into this Trackmania episode. I wouldn't mind getting one more PB, but I think it's gonna be a little on the shorter side today. Partly because the Trackmania video was so long yesterday, I'm a little bit behind on yesterday's work. And partly because I am way pleased, way faster with today's performance. I mean, as you can see, everything's looking mighty nice right here. I think that's fine. We did go into it a little half-measure-y, so I think we'll lose some time. However, oh, is that old me? I don't know. I think we're gonna set another PB. Ooh, what is wrong with old me, dude? Old me is so quick there. We were up by like 2/10. I'm sure this is true for everybody, but, you know, sometimes I'm amazed, you know? You don't realize it in the moment. When you have, like, subsequent attempts to beat your previous PB, you're like, what? I actually ran, like... And I actually see it in my Discord now and then, too. People will be like, NL's first segment, I crush it every single time. His second segment is actually like Michael Schumacher. It's not possible. And I don't even know, like, what... First off, I would love to kind of split the difference, I think, and be, you know, good at both sections of any given track. I do respect the compliment, but the worst part about it is I don't even know, like, what the difference maker is. Like, I just kind of gunned it on that last one. That's, again, a half measure, but not bad. Like, that's not my PB in front of me. This is where our... Ah, that was never going to work. But that one is where our PB just slays it. They come out at, like, incredible speeds. So, you know, we could always replicate that, because if we've done it once, we can do it again. The more likely scenario is that we're gonna be a couple of tenths ahead in that section, and then do okay. That's my dream situation. That's my hope. That was much more confident through that section. Keep those wheels straight. Wheels rattled like a son of a gun there. I think we're definitely going to get past. One of these is me. I think it's the one that's speeding ahead of the speed of sound. All right, we'll give it like maybe a couple more attempts here, but it's a successful Trackmania video today that also leaves me some time to record other stuff. How about that? All right, who would have thought? Certainly, I really like this track a lot. I think this is a nice return to form after yesterday's... was not bad, actually. I have a lot of respect for yesterday's track, as I mentioned many times, but did throw me for a big loop. That coming like wheels sideways on that one's never going to happen. Never going to happen. But this, like, oh, you know what I'm realizing? You're gaining like a 10th. Which seems minor, but we could use all the help we can get right here. You're gaining like a 10th by using your right wheel to like almost kiss the apex of this turn. So maybe if you just, yeah, okay. So I'm learning. If I could be half a second ahead by the end of the stretch, that would give us enough to beat our previous self when times get really tough. So what do we have to, we have to maintain perfect speed. I mean, this is like, we're getting into some hot min-maxing. We want to be, yeah, like right there. That's better. Although we lost a ton of speed on the jump following that. All right, that's going nowhere. It's all right. Constant battle, right, between like taking the tightest line, but then also keeping your wheels as straight as possible so you lose less speed. I will say, and I think I'm doing great today. I think I've had a good performance today. But I will definitely still say, I think I gotta work. Oh, I gotta work on my turning with respect to braking. Any turn that benefits from like any sort of power slide puts me at a disadvantage because I don't interface with that part of the game. And it's on me. It's not on anybody else. It's not on the track creator. It's an error between keyboard and controller. Slow down way too much. All right, we're at 40 minutes roughly. Yeah, 40 minutes. All right, I'm gonna give this one more solid attempt, and then we out this. So how do you know when it's a solid attempt? When you don't crash ever. Like I would describe a solid attempt as one where you feel when you're completing the lap that it's a not zero chance you're going to defeat the PB. That seems about right to me. That was a great corner. Now this one, non-zero chance. Zero chance. Life comes at you fast. Boom, bibbidi boo 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 boo. You know, it's 5 seconds in. We might as well hit him with the early restart here. And I know there's like philosophical differences. Like, for example, I mean, it's not philosophical. It's actually like a mechanical inefficiency. But instead of making the heavy turn to the left to get set up immediately, we can do so gradually, and that'll cut off, you know, maybe half of a tenth. Etc., etc. But you know, that's not the feast right now. Those are the crumbs. We may at some point hit a level where the crumbs are the feast. But not yet. Okay, we got speed. Oh my god, dude. How? Like, how did you... I don't even know, like, I think I can logically analyze what happened to an extent, Like, I definitely, on my turn, I didn't tap the brakes at all. I slid and went very high into the wall. I didn't touch the wall, obviously, but that gave me a little bit of, like, extra room to go faster, I suppose, but, or to gather speed, I should say. But, I mean, doing that in the moment, all I'd say about that is I'd be a little surprised to manifest that at will. Like, look at how much extra rope you got there. I think we actually are on pace now. The problem is the straightaway's not 100 yards long. So I think that's going to do it, honestly. But I'm really pleased with where we stand on today's daily. We're apparently top 2 in the region, which is amazing, although it's still only 1 p.m. And an egg carton, top 45, and an author medal for the first time in a couple days. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. We'll be back tomorrow with another one, and I'll see you next time. See ya!